How's that? Hi. Oh my gosh, I know. I'm a little bit wobbly. I think you guys can hear me now, right? And I can't wait to share with you guys. Hi, hi, hi. I can't wait to share with you guys the astrology. And I've watched the trial pretty much incessantly. And and I feel like I've got Amber's birth time. I know that sounds crazy, but if you've watched it as much as me, you might too. So I'm really excited to show you guys Amber's chart. So I got a lot of windows open here. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I have to figure out what I'm doing just a little bit. Let's see. Let's see, where am I at? It's so good to see everyone here. Can you guys all hear me good now? Hi from Germany. Thank you for this live, Marie from Brussels. I love it. Oh, this is awesome. This is so great. Thanks, you guys. Okay, hold on. I'm going to pull up the charts because I think I've got Amber's birth time. Have you guys been watching? Have you guys been watching the trial? It's been absolutely fascinating. And I'll tell you all my thoughts. I'll tell you, oh, I'm a little bit blurry. I'll tell you my predictions. I'll tell you all that. But hold on one second. I'm just going to do something here. Just one second. Oh, my camera got all blurry. Oh, I'm so blurry. Isn't that awful? It'll come back. It's trying to find me. Hold on. How is everybody? You saw the part with Kate Moss? Yeah. Yeah, me too. It's been riveting. And what I'm going to show you guys today is I'm going to show you the trial date. I'm going to show you the transits for tomorrow. Hopefully I can figure out how to share my screen today. D-Love, been watching every minute of every day. I hope Johnny Depp wins big time. Well, I'm going to show you what a narcissist chart, astrology chart really looks like. I mean, it is, it's just unbearable to watch. It's really, really, really painful to watch, isn't it? It's just really hard. Hold on one second. I'm just doing something real quick. Okay, here we go. And I want to know, I'm going to show you guys Amber's chart with the birth time that I think she really has, and Johnny's. We have Johnny's for sure. We have his exact chart. So I'm going to share screen that in 1 second. And then I'm going to show you guys, the Mercury aspects are really interesting. But just bear with me for 1 second. Just stick with me just for one tiny second. Okay. I put on the slow chat so I could really read, but I don't know how to edit the slow chat. Let me see if I can. Let's just do every 20 seconds so I can talk to you guys faster. Here we go. Okay, great. So I want to see if I can share screen with you guys. Hold on. I think I can. I'm going to try. Say a prayer. I don't know if you guys got to watch my my video last weekend. Here, yeah, I can do it. but I tried to share my screen and it just didn't work. Share screen. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share with you guys. Bear with me. This is going to be a little bit weird. And here's my screen. And can you see this? Can you guys see it? I can't see my chat, but hold on. I'm hoping you guys can see this. Hi. Okay, great. Oh, yay, it's coming. Okay, so I'm using Zoom this time, which is a lot easier for me to navigate. But can you guys see my whole chart? I hope so. I hope so. Yes, Amber's a Taurus. And I want to show you guys that. Hang on. This, okay, you guys can see it. Awesome. This is what I think. This is my very, very best idea of when she is born. And I'll tell you why, okay? Now, this chart is not the gorgeous natal chart that when you buy from my shop, you get something even more beautiful than this. This is just rumble jumble, and my software crashed during Mercury in retrograde, and I had to redesign this page so it was just at least decent. But I took hours to design the wheel that when you guys buy a gorgeous natal chart, and I'm bragging all about how great my gorgeous natal charts are, it's even way more beautiful than this and way easier to read. So this was just kind of like, you know, something that I threw together so I could do these lives. Also, I want to tell you guys, this weekend, I am continuing my astrology and the planet series, and we're going to go into Mercury. And then next weekend, which I believe is the 4th of June, is that right? Let me just see. Yeah, June 4th. No, June 5th. I'm going to do another live like this, and I'm going to show your, oh, look, you can see all that. I don't want you to see all that. I don't know how to do it so you don't see all that. Just share a window, maybe. Hold on. Hold on. Stop share. And then I don't want you to have to see all the back end. I'm so wobbly around all this. So share screen, options, no, share screen. And I want to just share that. How is that? Is that better? Yeah, I think so. I hope so. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do live astrology readings using your charts on my, not this weekend, not Memorial Day weekend, but on June 5th. So make sure you come to that live. Okay. I love you. Kokoro, click on the 3 dots in the top right corner of the chat. She's so cute. Thank you for helping me. Your charts are gorgeous. I have one myself. You can pop out the chat. You guys are so cute. You guys are all younger than me, and I love you. Okay, so this is my best idea on Amber's chart, and we don't have her birth time. And she is a low functioning Taurus, and you can really see the bull in her. Now, I'm going to speak kind of derogatorily about some of these placements in her chart. And I don't want you to feel that if you're a Taurus, I'm saying you're like her, because it's not true. If you guys are on my channel, you know that we don't believe in sun sign astrology. And you know that there's a shadow side and there's a healthy side. And she is trapped. She is trapped, you guys, in her 29th degree Libra South node. She can't help it. She is so trapped. And if you know me, you also know that I think of the 29th degree as a crisis degree. I think of the 29th degree as sort of tragic. Now, it doesn't mean if you have a 29th degree anything, or if you don't have a 29th degree, if you have a 29th degree Libra South node or an Aries North node, it doesn't mean this is your truth. This is her truth. And this is the collective decisions that she has made in her mere mortal life, along with her karmic lessons that she refuses to learn. She refuses to learn her lessons. She doesn't want to learn her lessons. Life is too difficult to have to learn her lessons. So this is her. So I'm not talking about you, okay? I'm talking about her. So I want you guys to really look at this chart and learn with me. There's a lot going on. Why did I pick this time? Well, she's got a communication style. And while we're talking about Mercury, and go watch my Mercury video from 2 weeks ago. Well, I did what is Mercury in the chart. I'm going to go pretty deep into Mercury, and I have a lot of deep thoughts about Mercury. But I'm showing you my Mercury right now. Can you guys guess my Mercury? Probably not, but if you knew me on a deep and personal level, you would see my Mercury. My husband bumps into my Mercury every day. I'm reading your comments, and I like to hear your comments. So comment, because I want to read your comments. I want to see what you guys have to say. And share this video. Would you guys like and subscribe and share this video? Because I'd like to get more people into this chat, because this is just a spontaneous live. I didn't schedule it. But there's so much pain in this chart. However, I don't feel very compassionate for Amber. I think she is a pathological liar. I think she's a very sick person. I think she's got mental health issues that are so deep inside of her. And where are they rooted? Where do they take root in her life? I think it's in a couple of places, but I think it's this Pluto South node in the 7th house. What does Libra want, and what does the South node at 29 crisis degrees in Libra in the 7th house want? They want 3 things: admiration, admiration, and admiration when they're in their shadow side. When they're healthy, they want healthy relationships. And I do think she has a dream for this ideal relationship that, by the way, I will make a prediction right here, she will never find. She will never, ever find a healthy relationship. And why do I say that? She doesn't want to grow. She does not. I wish she would do a reading with me and I could get her really truthful about the pathology around her lying, and why she's lying, and why she's digging into her lies even more. And it's to accommodate this. It's for power, and the power leads to admiration. And Girly Sunday, you're absolutely 100% correct. Do you know me? Have you seen my chart? You are a member, so probably saw my chart. I want you guys to, in the chat, tell me where your Libra is. Tell me where your Mercury is. I want to know, what sign do you have Mercury in? Don't tell me the house placement or any of that. Just tell me that. And I want to know if anybody has Mercury in Aries. So here's the deal. I think she's an Aries rising. Why? Because it puts, Girly Sunday, you are so cute. You're perceptive. I love you. Glad you're a brand new member. Okay, so it does 2 things. If I give her an Aries rising, I can get that Taurus sun in the 1st house. Now, in the chat, tell me, what do I always say about a Taurus sun? What do I always say, especially if you've got Taurus rising or Taurus in the 1st house? I want to know. Mercury and Taurus, Aquarius. Okay. For those who have really spent time on, oh, good, Mercury in Aquarius, good. I got a lot of smart people here. I love this. I love this. I love this. It's so exciting. Bring your friends over to the channel. Mercury in Aries here. Okay, so Ellen B, I want you to know that in Naked You guys have Aries and you have Mercury in Aries. I am not talking about you. You already are a much healthier person than Amber. Why? Because you're sitting here. You're sitting here with me learning about astrology. That takes a deep soul. Geneva, you are right. Rebecca has Mercury in Scorpio. Okay, she's our detective. Jamie, Virgo, Mercury in Libra. Oh my God, we have got a lot of smart people. Now tell me, what do I say about Taurus? Taurus rising, Taurus in the first house. Taurus sun is strong regardless of other placements. Yes, they are always very strong. I want to see if anybody gets this. Venetian influence. Yes. Coco Row. Yep. You are not wrong. What else? Mercury in Capricorn. Good. You guys stick with me because this is going to get really fascinating. I'm going to show you their synastry and I'm going to show you what's going on in their charts. She also has Venus in Taurus. Okay, that they can't be wrong, Spartacus. Yes, it's very, very, Tauruses won't quit. They have stamina and they have loyalty to themselves and to you if they love you. They cannot be wrong. Okay, Miss Morgan Ray, Mercury and Gemini. Good, bring your objectivity. But I'm going to tell you the reason why I am giving her this birth time is I say stubborn, willful, fixed energy. Yep, stubborn. Yes. Okay. Yes. And I'm going to tell you right now, here's my other prediction. This video is going to be filled with predictions, by the way, predictions of the trial, predictions on what's going to go on. They hold on to money. Yep. And we can all see that in her Taurus rising. Okay. So I originally did this with Taurus rising, but she is, are you guys ready for this? And if you took my master class, you already know where I am going to go with this. She is not Venus rising. There is no way she is Venus rising. She would not talk the way she talks, and her communication style gives her away. She has a jackhammer communication style. She is friggin' combative out of the gates. She rolls her eyes. She smirks. She scoffs. She can't hide her emotions. And if she was Taurus rising, she could hold it all in. Now, she can do that briefly, but hardly and barely. Johnny has so much more stoicism than she does, and he's a Gemini. So I was thinking of giving her Gemini rising, but then I have to put Chiron in on the ascendant, and I just don't see her. When you have Chiron on the ascendant, you kind of have lower self-esteem. She is so pompous. She has so much narcissism. I know I'm not a doctor. I'm not allowed to say. I am telling you, this is a narcissistic, pathological liar. You are looking at psychopathy. You know, when my husband walked in and I was watching the trial, I said, this is what a psychopath looks like. Sociopathic, psychopathic. I know I'm not speaking clinically and medically. I'm only speaking astrologically and with her personality. She runs with Aries rising. Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars will cut you, will hurt you, will kill you, will take you out, will combat you. It's not even devil's advocate. It's just combative hell. You will deal with my wrath. And with Mercury rising, she can't remember her lies. Why? Aries is a terrible liar. Can you guys agree with me on that or disagree with me? Aries gets caught in their lies. They are so transparent. She is not Taurus rising. She's not ruled by this glorious, exalted, incredibly beautiful Venus in Taurus. That's not going to be her chart ruler. Why? She's too brash. She's kind of rough around the edges when you don't see her with a makeup artist and all that. Like if you see her in the elevator, she's kind of rough. I mean, she says things like, I don't know, she's just rough around the edges. She is not as elegant as she can doll herself up to be. I know she's sitting there all elegant, but you go watch raw footage. She's sloppy and she's too big, too loud, too much, too harsh, too bombastic. I mean, honest to God, I am telling you, I thought she was a Sagittarius rising at hello. I thought she was Sag rising. She cannot be a Sag rising because it will change the day of her birthday. So I only have 4 rising signs to choose from. And I'm telling you, this woman is Aries rising. I need to call her up and tell her what her friggin' birth time is. Yeah, she's not a Taurus. She doesn't care for her family. She is not nurturing. I'm praying to God that this baby of hers, like, gets her real. Jesus. Oh my God. I can't even believe she's a mom right now. Okay. So I want to tell you guys this. Amber is so beautiful. She's gorgeous. And it is so sad when the pathological liar wears this gorgeous face. That's why she's been able to get her way. That's why she's been able to manipulate the world for so long. They can't get past how gorgeous her face is. So that's also why I put Venus in the second house where it is exalted, because the second house is ruled by Taurus. And her Venus is exalted in Taurus. So I double exalted her beauty, which is true. She is. We have to give that to her. She is breathtakingly beautiful. Why is she not good at acting? Why is she not good at acting? Aries rising with Mercury on the ascendant does not know how to wear a facade. Do I have any Aries rising in here? Okay, L is here. L. Can you act, like play and act real well? Aries rising has no filter. Aries can't remember its lies. Aries doesn't really want to lie. Aries finds lying exhausting. Why? Because then they have to have the mental acumen to remember it all. This ain't Virgo, people. They can't remember what they did yesterday, right? Do I have some Aries that can really get my back on this? Aries can't remember because they run with passion. They don't run with this. I'm not saying Aries are dumb, but they don't run with this intellectual nuts and bolts and details. They live in passion. If it feels good, I say it. If it doesn't feel good, I don't say it. And so Aries has a very hard time wearing a mask, a phony mask, or a mask of lies and remembering their lies. They don't operate like that. Sag has a hard time too. I thought she was Sagittarius rising at first because she's so outrageous with her lies. She's so colorful and she's so over drama and extra. And you know what? That's not just Sagittarius. That's Aries energy too. So Aries in their shadow side. Okay, so beloved Kanika says, I can't lie, with Moon, Mars, and Saturn in Aries. L, she's the Aries rising. I am not a liar. I have Leo and Mercury and Mars. I abhor liars. April has Aries in her chart. I forget where. She says, totally agree. Her daughter, Una is 1 year old. Beloved Kanika, who is the triple Aries, told other people's secrets by mistake, thinking I was being honest. Yeah. I have a friend with Aries sun and Virgo moon, but Mercury in Pisces retrograde shortly. She wished she would be able to do a lot. I don't know what that means. She probably can do a lot. Spartacus says, I can't wait to have to think that far back to lie. I'm telling you, Aries is exhausted, by lying. They can't remember. They don't live like that. They live in passion. Virgo, not that they want to lie, but they can lie. Scorpio, they can retain the information. And if I would have given her Taurus rising, she would speak slowly and a little bit more elegantly. I'm sounding like this right now because what happens to me is I'm an empath and I actually act out these signs. So I'm all up in this Aries business, and that's why I'm talking loud and big and blah. But if she was a Taurus rising, I'm telling you, she would be Kate Moss. I don't even know Kate Moss's chart, but that is feminine power and regalness. And I find it interesting that Camilla is, Johnny Depp's attorney, is also a Taurus. I haven't done her chart. My eldest brother is an Aries, and he is no nonsense and tells it like it is. I'm an Aquarius sun, Mercury and rising, and I don't get on with Aries. C Cash says, I'm an Aries moon, and that is so true. I cannot lie at all. I've been told all my life that I'm too brutally honest, and I'm trying to work on that. Yeah. Well, she is brash. Amber is brash and a liar. So she's a brazen liar. Aries, growing up, I couldn't keep a secret, and I told little lies just to have a conversation. I'm just telling the truth. That's Amber. Danica, you haven't missed much. We're just talking about Amber's chart, and I gave her this birth time. So if you guys want to steal it from me, you can. I think she was born around 4:45 a.m. in Austin, Texas. Now, let me tell you this. She has her north node on her sun, 29 degrees Aries and 2 degrees Taurus. She has got to learn her karmic lessons. But why doesn't she? Well, her nodal axis is in the 29th degree, and Pluto is sitting on her south node. And so it just has this gravitational pull, like a black hole, that's sucking her back down into what? Kind of the dark, the shadow, the psychological depth and ugliness. You have to think of the south node as a little bit dark and a little bit energy that's gone wrong. She is a full-blown codependent. That's why she had 7 best friends mooching off of Johnny's penthouses, living there for free, because she can't be alone. And if she wasn't in bed with Johnny, she was in bed with one of her other friends, even just like as a slumber party. I'm not implying I'm not implying sex, but the minute Johnny left, she's out having sexual affairs with Elon Musk and James Franco. It's disgusting. It's repugnant. And that is also part of this. Pluto is also sexual energy. And so why does she need this? Because she has a very unhealthy 7th house, which over attaches to negative, bad relationships. Why negative, bad relationships? Because Pluto is on her south node in the house of relationships. Are you guys following me? Oh, Mare, this chart makes so much sense. I know. I really feel like I figured out her birth time. I took this whole time to get it. If you guys watched my other live stream, I think it was a live, I did the whole trial. I predicted Johnny would win. I still predict Johnny will win. Johnny has already won. And what's funny is I did that other Johnny Depp video, and it was like day 2 of the trial or something, or it was the first day I watched, and I predicted that he would win then. I do think he's going to win. I think he's won the court of public opinion, and that's really mostly what he needs. I think it's going to hurt him terribly if he doesn't officially win the jury's vote. But I do think he's going to win, especially after today's testimony. And today is May 26th. Geneva says, I have Taurus rising, and I definitely speak slowly. My mind works faster than my mouth. And you probably have something beautiful about your voice. I'm telling you right now, when Amber Heard talks, she does this a lot. I mean, just freeze frame her. She does this a lot. That is not Taurus. Taurus does not want to look like that. Taurus is Venetian. Taurus is Kate Moss. I don't even know what somebody look up Kate Moss's birthday for me and put it in the chat and tell me what her rising sign is, because she looks like an Aries. She literally looks like she is combative and attacking with her mouth. Watch the way her mouth moves. Mercury is your voice. It's your mouth. It's the shape of your words. It's the tone of your voice. It's what you talk about, how you talk about it. And when she's like this, and she is not composed. She is composed when she's sitting there. I think she's on THC edibles. I don't care. I don't judge, but she is so composed and so regal. I don't know what she's on, but the minute she is there to defend herself, she turns into a shadow side of Aries, just combative and too much, just too much. Why is she narcissistic? I'm going to ask you guys to look at her 10th house. Will you do that? Tell me what you see in her 10th house. It's really, really interesting. Look at her 10th house. She has the ruler of her chart, if she's born at this time, in Capricorn in the 10th house. What I want you guys, Kate Moss, somebody found it. She's Capricorn. Okay. Danica, can you find out her rising sign for me? Oh, at 1700. Oh my gosh, January 16th, 1974 at 1700. Where was she born? London? Was she born in London? I have to rewatch. I'm driving. Alien, you can just listen to me. And then come watch. Yeah, because I am doing a lot of facial expressions of Amber that you're not going to want to miss, Alien. Okay, was she born in London? I'm going to build her chart because I just want to see her Mercury. Isn't she lovely? She had the most beautiful voice. Okay, so look at her 10th house. I want you guys to answer this question in the chat. If you've watched my channel, don't just think of the stereotypical things, but what have I said about the shadow side of Capricorn? Yes, in London. Okay, I'm going to build her chart, but I want you guys to write in the chat while I do this for Kate Moss. What have I said about Capricorn in their shadow side? Now, Capricorn in the 10th house, and I want you also to think about, what do I say about the 10th house? And why, and how do we see the narcissism in that? So what are Capricorns desiring above all else? What are they desiring? Dun, dun, dun. They are desiring success. Leo rising. Oh, wow. So unique and beautiful. This is Kate Moss's chart. Oopsie, 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 oopsie. Here we go. Kate Moss's birth chart. Oh, I don't have the right place. Well, I did London. It should be good enough. Alien, she's a histrionic BPD, borderline personality, and he's a covert narc. I don't know if he is. I think Johnny grew his self-esteem over time, and I don't know if he's truly narcissistic, but I appreciate your opinion. Superstar, super supporter. Mayor, I have Aries at 23 degrees in the 11th house, and Taurus North Node, and Pluto and South Node and Scorpio in the 5th house. Yes. And I'm sure that Pluto on the South Node has really pulled you into some dark times. And yes, you're right. And Mayor, you're not saying we can't change that as we get older, but she just hasn't. She's too young. She's too trapped in her 7th house. And she hasn't changed it, and I really appreciate that. Okay, so this is her chart. And I think one of the reasons why we appreciate her voice so much is, look, she has Venus. Are you guys seeing this? This is Kate Moss. And I was just talking about the difference between Kate Moss's voice and how appealing and regal she was compared to Amber, like what a jackhammer she is. So she has her Mercury conjunct Venus. And when you have Mercury conjunct Venus, and isn't it funny that she's so damn gorgeous and she has Venus retrograde? So that's a good lesson for us to learn. It makes her voice, Mercury, Siamese twins with beautiful Venus. And so there's loveliness, there's beauty. I thought she had Mercury in Taurus, which would have been the same thing almost as Mercury conjunct Venus, because Taurus is ruled by Venus. Okay, you guys are having good conversations about the difference between Johnny and Johnny and Amber. Okay, so yes, so I was asking you guys to tell me what I say about the shadow side of Capricorn. And you guys are so good. Capricorns desire success. Capricorns desire status. And Twilly Miss says, "Oh, your 10th house is your legend, what you're known for. I get it. Ouch." So her narcissism, her desire, her ambition, Mars in Capricorn in the 10th house, ruling her chart, if I have the right birth time, is more than anything in the world. She wants to be famous. She wants to be known. She wants to be in the public eye. She wants to be seen as legacy. That's why she wanted to give her money to the charities that she never gave. She wants to be seen. She wants to be heard. She wants to be seen as Capricorn. What's that? Successful. That is on top. Remember the thing that I always say about Capricorns. If you've lost your Capricorn and you can't find your Capricorn, always look for them on top. Now, what will she do? She will actually kill people, Mars, to rise. She'll do anything. She'll take them out. She also has Neptune on her Mars. So she has a total idealization of herself. Why? Because this is her ruler of her chart. So she over idealized who she is in the world. She actually believes this shit. She believes this bullshit, and then they were trying to say, well, if she believed she was abused, can't she say that in the op-ed? And then that's not defamatory because she actually believes it. No, it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. The other thing why I think she has Aries rising. Now, this is really important. And if you guys took my master class, let me know, because this is how I teach you to read the underbelly of the chart. Her Mars and Neptune in Capricorn are in conflict with her persona, her heart, her face, and her relationships with others. So she will be combative to others only to sabotage her truest desire, which is your moon. That shows you your deepest desire, relationships. And look, she uses her voice as her weapon, and she does. And she's not going to quit, you guys. She's not going to quit. She is not going to quit. After she loses this, guess what she's going to do? More, because she's a full-blown narcissist, pathological liar, believing her own shit for worldwide fame and recognition, to be admired, South Node on Pluto, only to never get her moon, her deepest needs, met. Her moon is in conflict with her rising sign. See that? Moon opposing rising. Now, if you have any of these chart signatures, if you have moon opposing rising, that does not mean you're Amber Heard. If you have Mars and Capricorn in the 10th house, that does not mean you are Amber Heard. This is a person who can't get out of her 29th degree Libra, Pluto, South Node, and refuses to develop, because the desire for Capricorn Mars, 10th house, fame and fortune, and her off-putting, jackhammer, bullshitting, lying ass Aries rising You guys, I never talk like this. I just had had it with this woman. I'm so sorry. She can't even correct it. She's too deep in. Okay, Kelly's on here, my dear friend Kelly, and I love you, Kelly, and thank you for the thumbs up. We watched this series about Pam Hupp that was with Renee Zellweger. And Amber Heard reminds me of that character, Pam Hupp, who was the serial killer. And she went on to kill more people to cover up the original people that she killed and the lies. So she had to kill more people in order to cover up the lie around the first person she killed. That's Amber Heard, except Amber isn't doing it literally with a knife. I don't know if Amber could kill someone, maybe Aries Rising. Pluto South Node, actually probably could. Her shadow could probably go that deep. I'm glad Joni got out of there alive, but it reminds me of Pam Hupp. Do you guys know her? Do you know her? Did you guys watch the series with Renee Zellweger? She was amazing, 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 amazing. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I didn't watch the Anna one, but Mare, we are sick of her. BS2, carry on, Mary Sue McCarty. I'm allowed to swear? Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Aries be lying so blatantly. You guys are laughing at me cussing. She will sue her attorneys next. She's a ram. She has lost all her friends. Yes. She's shot herself in the foot. I took the natal chart masterclass. It was really, really good. So good. That's Kokoro. You can see that you can't just say, oh, Libra moon, oh, Pluto. You guys have to read the underbelly, read the undercurrent. And if you want the masterclass, it is available. I have that. I really recommend. If you want to go beyond sun sign astrology, just go buy it. I think it's like, it's like $20 or something. It's really, really good. And it's 2 hours of teaching you how to see this. Like if you just saw Mercury on the ascendant, I teach you how to look at that Mercury on the ascendant. Look at this Mercury on the ascendant. And this is what I teach you in the master class. You can find it on my website. Just go to soulnavigation.com and click on Learn Astrology. And then it will take you there. Mercury, that's her voice. That's her obnoxious face where she's snogging and snickering and that, because this is her face and she has Mercury there. And it's so sad for such a gorgeous, beautiful specimen, right? Like the earth creature that she is, was just so blessed with gorgeousness that she has to have all of that inside. And it's so sad. Now, I'm sure that grew out of her experiences and her choices. But this Aries and Mercury is ruled also by this narcissism. And Aries is ruled by Mars. So you got to go look at Mars and you got to go see what Mars is doing. Oh, Mars is not happy with her moon. Did you guys watch my video? The top 10 most difficult aspects in the natal charts, part 1, 2, and 3. So there's really 30 of them. Yeah, I don't like Mars. I don't like Mars with the moon anywhere, nowhere, not even conjunct, nowhere. You can have it trine, maybe, but I just don't love this Mars square the moon. She's an emotional fighter, an emotional abuser, an emotional rip your heart out of you. I think she destroyed Johnny emotionally and psychologically and physically. If anybody sexually abused anybody, I think she manipulated him. And I think she uses sex as a tool to get doors to open up for her, or her sexual expression, or her sexuality, or her beauty, or whatever. So this Mars is not happy in the chart. It is angry with the moon. It is angry with Mercury. It is angry with the rising sign. It just does not get along with very much. It does kind of get along with her Venus. We could see that. Let's look at you. Aaron, narcissists don't get emotional. They use their charm to distract you, which is exactly what Depp has done. People are so blinded by his fame. I appreciate your guys' opinions. I think he should win this case. I have to tell you something that's really interesting. I'm not a huge Johnny Depp fan. I've never, ever, are you guys ready for this confession? I have never seen a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I've never seen Edward Scissorhands, and I've never seen 21 Jump Street. And Johnny's just a little bit older than me. He's not a lot older than me. So you would have thought that I would have really been into it. I never really was. I loved the Alice in Wonderland movie, looking through the looking glass or whatever, but I was really disturbed by it and I had nightmares. So I can't say that I loved it. But I did like it and I did appreciate it. And of course I love Fantastic Beasts, but I'm not a huge Johnny Depp fan. And I have to tell you, when I walked into this trial, I did not have him exonerated. When I heard about it like 4 years ago, I just thought, oh, what a shame. That's so sad. I believed Amber, and I felt like there was no reason not to believe her. So when I stepped into this trial and I saw it for a day, I was just shell-shocked. I was just shell-shocked. And I hope you guys watch my other video on the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, because I spoke about it and I made predictions about it just after watching the trial for one day only. I agree. She leads with her looks, beauty fades, and then she's going to have just her personality to work on. JD is the farthest thing from a narcissist. Oh, wow. I loved Edward Scissorhands. Well, I'm going to go watch all his stuff now. Aries are tyrants. They can be, but you know what? Almost any sign can be. I mean, truthfully, in the shadow of each sign. I love how Stephen Forrest said this when I was his student way back ago. He said, like the shadow side dysfunction does not discriminate. So there aren't more signs that are dysfunctional than others. It's just sometimes easier to see in some signs, and in other signs, it's very hidden and private. But I want to say that undeveloped people of any sign can be pathological liars, can be narcissistic. So narcissism doesn't just go straight to a sign. You can be a narcissistic Libra. You can be a narcissistic Cancer, where your wounds are everything. I find it very interesting that she vacillates between victim and champion. Victim and champion. She wants to be the heroine, and that is the Mars that you're seeing in the 10th house. She wants to be the champion. She wants to be the advocate. She wants to be the brave voice. And then she martyrs herself and victimizes herself. Pluto, South Node, 7th house, also Jupiter in Pisces in the 12th. Does she have a drug addiction, or does she have a drug addiction? Does she have a sex addiction, or does she have a sex addiction? Does she escape, or does she escape? Does she remember a damn friggin' thing? Or is her whole life just a giant illusion, right? Pisces and Jupiter exalted in the 12th house. It's like, what earth is she on? She's not. She bugs the living daylights out of me. Okay, so let me see. Oh, good. Juan is on here teaching astrology. I love it. Good job, Juan. If you know your rising sign, you can go back 2 houses, really 3, and that's your 10th house. 2 to 3. He's okay. Do you guys, let me just see your energies. Can you go over Mars and the moon? Well, Mars is what you're willing to fight for. What are you willing to die for? Go look at your Mars and tell me where it's at. And by house and by sign, it shows you what your obsession can be, what your life force energy will be spent on. The moon is your deepest needs. And so she has conflict. She can't get her deepest needs met unless she Marses it. And that's what she thinks. Mars and Mercury's it. She talks over everybody. She doesn't let anybody finish a sentence. In those secret tapes, if you will, she completely talks over Johnny. You have to stretch to hear what he's trying to say. And he's the Gemini. So I knew I had to give her a strong Mercury. Suzanne says, as a survivor of domestic violence, I went in leaning towards Amber. She herself has changed my view. Yeah, sad. I'm so sorry. James Franco has admitted openly of being a sex addict. Maybe that's how they connected. Yeah, that's scary. My Jupiter's in Pisces, but mine is in the second house. Well, and also if you have Jupiter in the 12th, it doesn't make you a liar. It doesn't make you an addict. It doesn't make you terrible. It can make you, though. So I have Jupiter in the 12th house. I'm such a spiritual person and I have such a huge connection to spirit. So that's how that really plays out. And I'm also far more spiritual than I am religious. So that's also how that plays out. I also have kind of a shy side, which I know you guys don't see, but I do. I have kind of a shy side. And I'm not a psychopathic liar. And I'm not a sex addict and I'm not an addict. So not everybody has that, but that is one of the manifestations of it. And when you have Jupiter in Pisces, you can feel like you're drowning, and you can drown your sorrows. I think she probably has a really sad private life, like very, very, very sad. And I think it's filled with escapism. Let's see what you guys are saying. Amber is a user. Yes, she is. She's an opportunist, and that's that Mars in the 10th house. And I will do whatever it takes to become famous, to become known. She is not going to stop. And what is her legacy going to be? Well, it's going to be up there with Casey Anthony and O.J. Simpson, although she didn't murder people, but she kind of did. Metaphorically, she did murder Johnny. Metaphorically, metaphor. And this shows that she won't stop. She's going to do this to the next person too. I feel so sorry for anybody who is involved with her. She will have no problem finding a fellow narcissist to hook up with. LA is full of them. That's joy. You know, I agree. I don't think she's going to suffer finding partners, and she's going to plead this sob story in the sob case. And for the rest of her life, it's going to become her legacy. She's never going to get a movie role that's going to eclipse this fantasy land that she's talking about and creating. This is her story. This is her acting. This is her best. This is the best it's going to get for her as far as movies go and film goes and television goes. This is it. Madonna says, part of me feels a bit sorry for her. She's clearly unhappy. Do you want to know, underneath all this anger and frustration, just because I won't feel this way if the jury convicts her, or if the jury rules in Johnny's favor. But what I want to say is I also feel sorry for her. And I feel sorry for her that she just did not get a mom or a parent that could really help her step into the elevation of her life. And I pity that in her. Let's see. What are you guys saying to me? Okay. So let's go look at Johnny's chart. You want to? Okay, here's Johnny's chart, and we have his time. He's Leo rising. And let me tell you the difference. I'm just going to tell you this. And I mean, I watched almost the entire trial, almost every single minute of it. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought because somebody text messaged me. Oh, this is what I was going to say, you guys. When Johnny is on the stand, whether you like him or you don't like him, let's don't talk about whether we like or don't like. Okay, Zeke Oz asks, Mare, what is your opinion why she has to live this karmic life? I'll talk to that in just 1 minute. I want to tell you this one thing. I just want you guys to see this, okay? Look at Johnny's Mercury. Oh my God. Are we dying? Are we dying? By the way, I'm kind of doing a cold reading because I don't have their charts memorized. I didn't even remember their charts from the last time I looked at them because I've done like 50 readings between now and then. And holy moly guacamole. What have we been talking about? Look at his freaking Mercury. I'm dying. Wow. I'm dying. Oh my God. Aaron says, other well-known astrologers see the opposite, the violent. He does have some violence in him. And they're looking at this. They're looking at this Uranus, Pluto, and Mars. And I'll speak to that in a minute. But first, I want to tell you one thing. When Amber Heard is on the stand, when she is talking, I'm telling you, everybody's uncomfortable, including her own attorneys. Everybody's uncomfortable. She makes everybody have a pit in their stomach, a knot. Why? She's a combative Mercury rising in Aries shadow side, undeveloped, unhealthy. She is so uncomfortable. She gives me an ulcer. She makes me like, ugh. I'm still up in her energy and I can't get rid of it. But Johnny, whether you like him or not, whether you believe him or not, is spellbinding. He is spellbinding. He goes in, he grabs you, and you feel him right here talking to you. He has got you by the heart. He's got you by the throat. He's got you mesmerized. You stop breathing when he's on the stand. He freezes you. She doesn't do that. She irritates, she agitates. It's like, oh God, ulcer, ulcer, ulcer. Joy, that's a great question. I'm going to answer that one too. I love that. I really, really, really work a lot with the mother in the chart. And we're going to talk about that. You have to remember, he's 60 years old. Feeling can happen. And I do believe, here's the irony. You ready for this, you guys? You ready for this? This is a golden nugget. This is a golden nugget. This trial and coming out with his truth is the biggest healing agent in Johnny's entire life. Not the movies, not all the beautiful art he's done that he's going to donate, not having loved Kate Moss, not forgiving his mother, not making amends with his dad, not working in a band, not the guitar, not the drugs, not the escape, not his relationship. No. This trial makes him want to be a better man. You'll see this trial has transformed him. And I'll show you that in the transit chart. Look at his, okay, and it's not just Mercury and Taurus. You guys, you have this with me, right? Like, you guys are smarter than the average bear. Why? Because you're on my channel and I show you how to do deep astrology and how to peel the onion and not just look at Mercury and Taurus. It's not just Mercury and Taurus. Are you ready for this? It is Mercury in Taurus conjunct Venus in the 10th house of fame, of legacy. He will be remembered for his Venus almost exact conjunct Mercury. Almost exact. Somebody's at my door. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Hold on. Somebody's at my door. I got to go answer my door in a minute, but I'm on a roll with this. Mercury conjunct Venus. That's what Kate Moss has. That's what we saw with Kate Moss, but hers is in Aquarius in the 6th house, perfectionism. His is in the 10th house. He is a spellbinding storyteller, absolutely spellbinding. Why does he not overtalk like most Geminis do? And he has Gemini in the 11th house. He is so smart. He is so brilliant. That's the higher mind. He doesn't overtalk because he has Mercury in Taurus. He's an elegant speaker. He's a metaphoric, poetic speaker. He speaks in poetry and hyperbole and slow color. and he draws you in. Remember how I taught you guys that Taurus is like slow and seductive, and the way they sip on their drink. This is Taurus. That's how Johnny sucks you in. And it's real. It's genuine. It's very, very real. Let's look at you guys. How do you feel about, okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I have to go answer my door. I'll be right back. Nobody go away. Michael, I'm on live YouTube. I'm in the video with many people. So I don't know what you guys need. I need this. I don't even have to talk. I don't want this. I want you to go to Home Depot and buy me something.
How many? Just one? Okay. That's it.
Thank you. Hi, that's Michael. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Thanks for waiting for me. I'm so sorry about that. My husband's not home. How do you feel about Johnny admitting his mom abused him, yet he tattooed her name on him and said her death was really hard because they were so close? I love that question. Listen to me. People can heal their trauma. And when you have your South Node on the moon, you probably have numerous incarnations. You have numerous incarnations with that person. So he has so much karma. He has so much karma with his mama, and he wants to get it right. And I also look at this. This is her Cancer. Wow. He has Cancer in the 12th house, which is ruled by this moon with his past life. So he's going to see his mom in his next lifetime too. And it was his job. It was his actual karmic job to get his relationship in a spiritual place with his mom, in an unconditionally loving place with his mom. And he worked hard on healing that wound. He had the help of Venus up here. He has the help of Chiron here. And he has the help of all of this rebellion here. So I think he really worked hard on the forgiveness. Okay, so let's look at some other questions. Harfest aspects video, you call 3 of his aspects. Hardest aspects video, you call 3 of his aspects dangerous, violent, and relentless. Can you address those here? Yes, and I love that. And I wouldn't be a very good astrologer if I just said, oh, ignore all this. Oh, this is nothing. I want to show you guys Pluto conjunct Mars conjunct Uranus. That is so heavy on my heart. I'll tell you a couple of things. This can break a person, and it's all square. It's very wide. I guess it's not square. Only Pluto is square to his sun. I'll tell you, this is so painful. This is either abusive or abused. And we oftentimes don't know which way it goes. It's in Virgo. And I'm going to tell you a little secret here. I don't think he'll ever watch this video, but I have an old romantic boyfriend that has this exact aspect. And he watched his mother. He witnessed his mother kill his father. So, I mean, and it messed with his head his whole life. And he has that exact aspect. And with it being in the first house, violence and abuse and power struggles shaped his life. Why does he have outbursts? Why does he have the monster inside of him? because he's got Pluto conjunct Mars conjunct Uranus. And why does he escape into drugs and alcohol? Let's go look at his Jupiter in the 9th house. That's interesting. That's not really a drug addict, but this 12th house is where I find a lot of addictions, and also Neptune. And he has Neptune right here, which is going to be the ruler of his, nope, that's Mercury. Hold on. Wow, that's all he has in Scorpio. Oh, Neptune is the ruler of his Jupiter. So that's extra drug, like Jupiter makes everything exaggerated, and it's in Aries. So you got to go, oh, look at Mars in Virgo. Wow, everything goes back to his Mercury in Taurus. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at this chart really deeply for the first time, but this Neptune is fascinating in the 4th house. So what I was going to say is he's using substance abuse to try to control this. He can't always control this. Is he kind of a violent person? Yeah, I think he goes into violent outrage, right? And that's what this is. But I guess the question is do you believe that he hits women, and do you believe that he hits other people? I personally don't believe that he hit Amber. I don't believe that he hit, I don't believe he sexually violated her or ever was sexually violent or abused women. I don't think he's a wife beater. And his moon, if you look at it, his moon sits in harmony to these aspects. And the moon in a man's chart is how he views women. The moon also sits in harmony to his Venus and his Mercury. I think he kind of has a soft spot for women. Matt, I have my Mercury in Taurus in the 10th house like Johnny, but I overshare and I speak scattered when excited. It's with my sun as well as my Venus along with Saturn in Aries. Okay, so it's with my sun and Venus as well, along with my Saturn in Aries. Well, is your sun, Matt, in Taurus, or is it in Aries? Is Saturn the only thing in Aries? You can see his 10th house doesn't have any Aries energy in it at all. So your 10th house, if you've got Saturn, and if your 10th house starts with Aries, then Mars rules your 10th house, and that will make you more animated. Venus rules his 10th house. Venus is on the cusp, Taurus. Venus is the ruler of his 10th house, and the ruler is in his 10th house. That's why you guys have to take my astrology master class, because you have to learn how to see the underbelly. If you can't see the underbelly, you can't understand your planets. You can't just say, I've got these 4 planets in the chart. You need to know what his 10th house is ruled by is Venus. Look at it, starts at 3 degrees Taurus. So there's no Mars anything. There's no sun here either. And the sun is super bright, right? Let's see what else you guys are saying to me. What do you guys think about all this? Kira says he was beat by his mother as a child, and that left a deep wound in him. The moon aspecting Neptune in the 4th is where he used substances to cope with that childhood trauma. Yes, I agree. Absolutely. So Neptune is where I look for substances, and look at that. It's in an exact relationship right there with Jupiter, 13 and 13. And Jupiter will make whatever planets it touches, it will exaggerate it. I do not believe he hurt or abused women at all. I think he internalized his pain and anger and tries to numb it with substances. Rachel Jess Evans, I couldn't have said it better. I absolutely love that. Yes, and his moon in Capricorn is exactly square. Oh, I love that, GC. You guys are so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's exactly square Jupiter in Aries, right? And it's in exact quincunx to Neptune. And it is also in quincunx to his rising sign. So one thing that I found very interesting about Johnny, if you truly believe that he is a narcissist, listen to this. If you truly believe he's a narcissist, I want you to listen to this. Are you ready? Why does Johnny say, and why has he been saying this since he was young on the David Letterman show? Why does he say, if he's a full-blown narcissist, that it is none of my business to watch my movies after I am done with my part? I do my part, I go home, and I have never, ever seen one of my movies. Never. He's never seen a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Neither have I. He's never seen his movies. Do you think a full-blown narcissist is not going to watch their movie to see their fame and fortune? You know what else he didn't do? You want to know what else he didn't do? Like a great Gemini, like a super great Gemini, he didn't count his money. He didn't look at his money. He didn't count his money. He let his friends handle his money. Spartacus, thank you for being a super supporter. You get to watch all of my behind the scenes videos, and you're going to get to have your gorgeous natal chart, and you're going to get to also come to my master classes for a discount. So I hope you guys are coming to my Soulmates Masterclass. I have 3 tickets left, and you can buy those on my shop tab at soulnavigation.com. And you guys are so damn smart. I want you to come learn with me. Hold on one second. Okay, let's see what else you guys are saying. She counted his money. Yes. Yes, he's a Leo rising. I got moon and Capricorn like him also. I can understand his mother and father of moons. Okay, she's not a monster. She's a human being with unhealed trauma. Yeah, I don't like calling anybody a monster. I was referring to monster because that's what Johnny calls himself. Johnny is Leo rising. So the sun in Gemini in the 11th house runs his chart. And you can see that in the trial. You know, he's making friends with the court reporter. He's saying hello. He's shaking the hands of the bailiffs. He's friends with everybody. I mean, he stopped and cheered the 2 dinosaurs that were waiting for him outside of the court. And also Johnny, look at Johnny in the Saturn in the 7th house. For the most part, I'm not going to say that he's never cheated or strayed or anything like that, but he wants to be loyal. He gives his everything to his partners. And for a long time, he probably felt like he wasn't good enough for whomever he was dating. That is Saturn retrograde, missing father in the 7th house. So let's look at Johnny's wheel with tomorrow. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, and I have to change the place. Oh, okay, hold on. I got to change this to Fairfax, Virginia. I'm all passionate. Here we go. Can you guys see this? What are you guys saying to me? Oh, you guys have great ideas. Twilly Miss says, if you've acted it out for repeated takes, why would you want to go watch it after the fact? I'd be like, nah, I'm good as well, LOL. Well, I just don't know another person who has never once sat down and watched their movie. And how he described it was, it's none of my business. It's not my business how it turns out. And I thought those were very interesting words. I mean, I don't go back and watch some of my YouTube videos. Like I don't know if you guys were here for my live stream over on Sunday where I was taking questions and answers, but I can't even watch that video because I know that it was so painful with the technical difficulties. So I don't want to watch it, but that's not his reason. His reason is because his is because he doesn't find that it is of any of his business. All the editing that happens. He's just truly into the art. Okay, you guys. So let's let you guys take your attention back over here just a little bit. Don't argue in the chat. What I want you to do is I want you to look at Johnny Depp, and this is going to be him tomorrow. I'm going to be kind of surprised if the jury takes a long time to figure out. I think they're exhausted and they want to go home. They're really young. They want to get back to their lives. So here is his chart tomorrow at 1:30 in the afternoon. Okay, so they're probably going to rest a little bit later because they get 4 hours. So if they start at 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. This is about the time the jury is going to start deliberations. So let's just put it at 2 o'clock their time. Okay, because they each get 2 hours. So here it is, 2 o'clock. Okay, I'm not going to read the arguments. I'm just going to look at this and I want to teach you guys a couple of things. So I love and the moon and fortune. So he is going to win. Here's my predictions and my insights. He's going to win. He's going to win in this trial. I love that the moon and Venus are straddling his midheaven. I think he'll be awarded some money. Is he going to get the full 150 million? No, I don't think so. I don't think so, but I do think he's going to get some, maybe the 7 million that she took in the divorce. That's kind of like nice. Then they don't just totally ruin her life. However, it only takes one juror to be like many of you on the chat. Do I have one person in the chat? And if so, if you're not too shy and nobody attack this person if they come out, that would rule in Amber's favor. And you don't have to list it there, but we have 88 people here. We only need one out of 7 to say that Amber doesn't, we only need one to rule in Amber's favor for Johnny to lose. So this chart shows me that he's got a really, really good chance of winning. However, there's something problematic with this chart. Do you guys think that, do you guys see the transit that is very problematic for him? Is he doing this for money or reputation? I'm telling you right now, if they awarded him $1, but they validated his perspective, that's all he needs. He doesn't need the money. He still has a lot of money. He is not even in this for the money. He hasn't even done a movie. He could have done movies, independent films and other things. He really doesn't need the money. He is doing this for literally justice. And you guys have to realize he has Jupiter exalted in the 9th house of justice, right? Like this justice, and it's Aries, right? It's tough. It's a badass. What do you guys see? Yep, GC's got it. Aaron says, I believe Amber will win. We'll go look at her chart too, Aaron. And you could be right because it only takes one person. It's not like she needs all 7. He needs all 7. She needs 1. Can she get one person? I have a feeling her seventh house and her beauty, and I have a feeling she could convince one person. But yeah, he wanted to speak. He wanted his voice to be heard. Chiron on his Jupiter. You know, I like Chiron on your Jupiter when you're 60 years old, because it's now the healing agent in your chart. It's no longer the wound. But here is what is so hard. Now, Saturn is at 25 degrees and his Saturn is at 23 degrees in the house of other people. That is very, very painful. That is what he's going through. But let me tell you how Saturn works, and tell me, have you guys all watched my Saturn series where I talk about Saturn through the houses and Saturn through the signs and what Saturn return means? I hope so. Here's what I want to tell you guys. Hold on. They're saying that I have a problem. Hold on. Okay. Okay, good. They're saying that what was I talking about? I'm so sorry. It said that I had a little problem with my connection. Oh, I want you guys to watch my Saturn return video. That's what I was talking about. He is going through his second Saturn return, but here's what Saturn does. And I have a whole giant playlist on this, and I want you guys to watch it because it's really important that you understand Saturn, and we're seeing his Saturn return. So what's happening is in Saturn return, it's going to tear down your whole life. It is going to break you apart. Now, his Saturn has been doing this to him for a long, long time. Let's look at this. So he has been in his Saturn return for a long time. This is 1 year ago. So it started to creep up on him a year ago, and it started to really tear down his life. So here it is now. It's almost exact. But what I want to say is it tears you down like the planes hitting the Twin Towers in New York City. It completely removes the Twin Towers. They completely crumble to do what? To pick up the pieces one by one and rebuild your life more truthfully, more authentically, stronger, and better. When you have your Saturn return, you are in your karmic lesson. He has his karmic lessons with his romantic partners, with partnerships. This has destroyed many of his partnerships. And what's so interesting about this is that he's going to rebuild himself. So I know he's not going to let it destroy him. I also think that he has a real opportunity here with, he has a genuine opportunity here to get healthy. Now, Pluto has recently been on his south node, and that would be interesting if that happened during the restraining order and the original trial. Look at this. So in 2017, which is when he got the divorce, Pluto was on his moon, death of his mother, death of his love, death of his deepest desires, death of his heart, right? And it's on the south node. I think he almost probably like emotionally died. Look at Pluto on the south node, and that's in 2017. So that is really, really sad. So he had this Pluto south node, Pluto moon, and other things. Look at this, losing himself, Neptune right smack dab on Chiron. I mean, you guys, astrology does not lie. It just does not lie. It is so, so powerful. It is crazy. This is just crazy how accurate it is. And so let's go forward now. I want to read your chats. I want to see what you guys are saying to me. 22. So here he is. Pluto is off this. Thank God. He's been born again. He's got to face his Saturn. He's in there every day facing his Saturn. I mean, you can see it. It's the teardown. So if he does lose and he doesn't win this, I still will tell you that 10th house, is so packed. He wins in the court of public opinion, and that's going to have to be good enough for him. I want to see what you guys, well, Saturn square, oopsie, let me just see. She wanted me to look at Saturn square Venus. Saturn square Venus, yes. And that's where I think he's rebuilding his reputation. He is stepping into the building blocks of Saturn. And I also think he is rebuilding feeling loved again. I think he was in hiding and he felt unloved and unworthy of much. He had a few close friends that stood by him, but most of the world ended their contracts with him. And that's Saturn return in the 7th house. I end it with you. And now he's rebuilding, rehabilitating it. Now, Saturn square Venus, let me tell you about that because I was born with that. There is self-doubt. There's forever self-doubt. No matter how big you get, no matter how beautiful you are, you always have a little bit of a humility. So when you see Johnny in his humility, I don't watch my own videos. I don't know how much money I made. And you just see him downtrodden. That's Venus Saturn. Venus Saturn is something deep inside of you that's about your self-esteem and your value in life and how you perceive your own value. It is very private. Not everybody can see the Venus square Saturn. It's very quiet. Oh my gosh, can you guys take your fighting off my chat? Please be better than that. Just don't say anything. The Libra parts in me want to say, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. Just don't say it, please. Oh my God. I want you guys to learn astrology. I don't want you to argue. Please, please. Thank you. And I'm accepting super chats. If anybody wants to send a super chat, just throwing it out there. Okay, so let's go look at Amber. Let's go look at Amber and let's put her here. And let's move this to tomorrow. And let's move this 1 hour. Okay, hold on. 45 minutes. Okay, 2 p.m. So, dun, dun, dun. Let's look at this. Okay, let's look at this. Are you ready? Okay, hold on. GC, I also believe that he has the potential to turn this courtroom battle and the exposure of the wounds to be either writing a book or some time of public piece of art. Yeah, GC, have you seen his art? He is a phenomenally talented artist. Like phenomenally talented. Okay, so I'm just reading what you guys are saying. Oh, Zeke Oz says, I'm still looking to hear about the karmic reason of her life. I talked a little bit about this. I talked a tiny bit about this at the beginning. Now, the karmic reason of her life is this South Node Pluto in the 7th house. She's got to figure out how to get independent, and she has to live a life that is not pandering in the desire of this 10th house fame. So I talked a lot about this nodal axis with her Capricorn and her rising sign. And when you have a North Node in Aries in the 1st house, this is a soul that's trying to get out of dependency, needing admiration, fame, adoration, needing all of those accolades in life, 7th, 10th house issues, and becoming self-reliant. I think she has depended on other people for money and for fame and for deals. And she's a bit of an opportunist. And that's sort of that seventh house. That's the unhealthy side of the seventh house. And Pluto is to learn the power of transformation through becoming your own authority, but knowing how to not overuse your power, right? How to work with the power of your own self, not too little and not too much. So getting her power issues worked out in this lifetime. Okay, so let's talk about this. And to learn empathy. And that's because, and to live authentically, because the North Node is on her soul. So to not be afraid to be authentically me. And to bring in peace, love, beauty, and harmony into this world. It's probably why she was made so beautiful, but she's not a harmonious person, and she's not peaceful, and she doesn't have much tranquility, and she is here to learn that. Okay, so let's see. And he's done a song that is amazing. Would you like me to send it to you? Yes, do. Is that the one? Can you tell everybody what it's called? I think I saw it on iTunes. I have a feeling she's going to go off the rails after this. Okay, let's talk about, oopsie. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, let's talk about her day tomorrow. Now, look, she doesn't have a horrible day. I mean, it could, let me just look at this for 1 second. I got to look at this. I haven't even looked at this once, you guys. I'm looking at it for the very first time with you. So we see that the moon is on her sun. So somebody is sympathetic towards her. We see Venus at 29 degrees Aries. Ooh. Holy moly, guacamole. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. She has the opportunity to redeem herself in some way, shape, or form if she wants to. But just because Venus is on her North Node, it doesn't mean Venus is not opposing her South Node. So if she doesn't do her Venus right, if she does not handle her elegance, her tranquility, her peacefulness, if she doesn't accept in a Venetian way her fate, and it is in Aries, so it's a crapshoot. When you put Venus in Aries, it is a crapshoot. But if she doesn't do that, it's going to come in with too much power and too much Pluto. So she's got to manage this Pluto. But I do have a feeling that and it's in the first house, I mean, she can win something. I don't think she's going to lose to the degree that she imagines, like her worst case scenario. I wanted to see what you guys were saying to me. Let me see what else we've got here. So she has Jupiter rising. That usually comes with blessings and good fortunes. But look, Mars is right behind it. So she still has a giant fight. And Jupiter in Aries on her Mercury, she doesn't know when to shut up. She doesn't know when to stop talking. And Jupiter Mercury in Aries rising is somebody who can fabricate, not tell the truth, like be overly zealous, over color. And with Mars there, that's combative right there on her Mercury. I don't think she's going to be speaking in a real happy way. I don't think she's going to be really satisfied. With Mars on Mercury in Aries rising, with Jupiter there making it bigger, I don't think she is going to be super happy. And when the moon is on the sun, sometimes it just means emotional. Now, again, she only needs one juror. And if she gets one juror, she feels vindicated and she goes out fighting. But you watch this, even if she gets her one juror and it swings towards her and Johnny loses in the court, wins by public opinion, loses in the court, you will see her vindication. You will see the psychopathy grow. Because why? Because that is her new persona that she herself has built out of what I believe are lies. And now guess what she did? She just boxed herself in to having to live out that lie for the rest of her life. If she loses, it's actually a big win for her. Do you know why? She gets to go hide and remake her life and be quiet about it. If she wins, oh, she's going to get $90,000 to speak on how Johnny Depp abused her. And, you know, she wasn't found, she was the victim, and her victimization is going to be her brand. She's literally going to be cattle branded with, I'm a victim. And she's going to go all around the world and speak about it. And then that's going to be her twisted, sick legacy. So if she wins in this courtroom, it will plague her, it will sabotage her, and she will never be able to put space between her and the lies that she told. Her whole life will become a lie. Her whole life will consume her with this lie. It is so sad to say, and it breaks my heart, because she will never be able to heal her wounds, because it is the lie, like Casey Anthony, like O.J. Simpson. Their lives became lies, blatant lies that they have to live out. That Casey Anthony has to live out the rest of her life as if she did not kill her own baby. She killed her baby. She has to remember that lie for the rest of her life. That's going to be Amber's cross to bear if she wins this trial. And I know she's hoping for it, but I'm telling you guys, her life would be easier if Johnny wins. I know that sounds ironic. But it's true. Opportunity, but she won't take it. Let's see what you guys are saying. I hope you guys are being nice to each other. I have a feeling Amber is going to go off the rails, and he's done a song. Okay. And maybe additionally to show the world how not to be as a human being and what it can cause for oneself. Well, when you are consumed by Pluto in the 7th house at the 29th degree South Node, you come into the world feeling very desperate and very powerless. So you have power issues immediately. And she probably felt like the I have Venus in Aries can be gorgeous and it can be beautiful. It is very, very passionate. She's a Pisces ascendant. Is her moon sitting on her sun? No, I don't think she is Pisces ascendant. I think she's an Aries ascendant. You guys, have you watched my Pisces rising video? Do I have any Pisces risings here? My mom's a Pisces rising. My brother's a Pisces rising. There's no possible way she's a Pisces rising. No, Neptune and Jupiter are not running her chart. I think Mars is. She's too hard. Her language and the way she uses her voice, it's just not Pisces. Christy, Depp plays guitar in the group Hollywood Vampires, and he sings Hero by Bowie and sings a song called Isolated with Jeff Beck. I feel like her biggest lesson in life is to learn how to love overall. She does not know how to love not only others, but herself also. Same for Johnny also. Their biggest lessons surround love. Well, Kiara, I would agree with that, but because her North Node is in the 1st house, she first has to learn that she is lovable. I mean, not right at this particular minute, but that she can love her own self, and she needs to like herself, and she needs to like herself so she doesn't have to go out there in the world and do it Libra style. And I only like myself if you like me. So to the degree that I am popular is to the degree that I am worthy is to the same degree that I am lovable. That's how she right now, or her whole life, has measured love. Love comes through the form of adulation, adoration, admiration, adulation, adoration, getting accolades. So if I have this many accolades, then I am loved this much and I am worth this much. So if I get no accolades, then I'm not worth anything and I'm not lovable. So learning to love self, learning to appreciate and respect self. Johnny more so knows how to treat and love others, but doesn't know how to do the same for himself. Exactly. And he's a Gemini in the 11th house. So he's emotionally detached, but he doesn't want to be emotionally detached because he has the South Node on his moon. So he comes in. She has Pluto on the South Node. You guys get it? Oh my God. Please tell me that you get it. Pluto on the South Node is power struggles. It's violent. She comes from a very violent past life. And he has the moon, love on his past life. He was probably a lovable dropout. He was probably the lovable stoner kid that didn't want to learn in the back row. He probably was a John Mayer, right? I think that's who I wanted to say. Let's see. Oh, Mayor, when you were explaining Pluto in the 7th house, the live got frozen. Could you repeat it, please? Ooh, what was I saying? Shoot. What was I saying? What was I talking about, Zeke Oz? She has Pluto in the 7th house, but it's conjunct her North Node. So she's a people pleaser. And so I hope you guys heard all this. So she comes in already with power struggles, too much or too little. She comes in with people wanting to dominate her, and she needs to learn how to manage her power. I mean, it's very intense. It's really, really intense. She's not a complete loser in this trial. I mean, this is, tomorrow there is going to, and this is tomorrow. So, they might not come to a conclusion tomorrow. If they do, it means they all have a verdict within like 4 hours. She has an opportunity to grow, but did you guys kind of understand where I was talking about how it's going to be really her nemesis if she wins? It's going to be her nemesis. What do you guys want to ask? You guys can ask me anything. She had a violent past life. Yes. Pluto on the South Node is somebody who either was the bully or was bullied, was murdered or was the murderer. I say that kind of metaphorically, but the heinous harm was done either to her or she was the one who created the heinous crimes. However, she's here in this lifetime to transform that. And she may have been terribly hurt and abused. I can't see which way it went. There is a vacancy in her. There is an emptiness in her. And that's because she has relied on other people so much that she goes out and tries to win love through beauty, through opportunity. So what else did I have here? Let's see Johnny's progress chart. I don't know if it will let me do this. Nope. Oh my God, it just died. It just died. My software just crashed. So I have to go reload it. But you guys, this is kind of basically what I wanted to tell you and what I wanted to talk to you guys about. And I don't know, I hope that it gives you a little bit of insight. We didn't get to look at their compatibility, but if you guys want to study your soulmate charts, come sign up for my soulmate masterclass. It's on June 4th. Then on June 5th, what I'm going to do is bring your charts to my live stream because I'm going to take super chats and I'm going to answer your questions. By looking at your charts and telling you about your own charts. But I don't know. I hope this gives you, I got really passionate there. I feel passionately about this. It's just so sad. And yeah, we didn't look at their charts together. I should have, and maybe I can do that if you guys want me to. Maybe I'll do that sometime soon. Oh, you guys, I want to tell you something exciting. This is so exciting. I'm going to a local astrology conference. I go every year, except it was down for 2 years. And I'm going to be live tweeting from all of the classes that I'm in. I'm just going to be live tweeting all the little golden nuggets that are sprinkled down on me. And so what I want you to do is go follow me on Twitter. You'll see my picture of my face, Soul Navigation. And follow me over there, and then put your notifications on and you'll get all my tweets. If you guys signed up for super supporters, it takes us sometimes up to 4 days to process your first perks, and you'll get your perks monthly for the first 3 months. And I'm so grateful that you're here and that you have joined. It's so awesome. And you'll get the playlist so you can watch all my private members only videos. Anyways, I love having you guys here, and I wish you the very, very best. And I'll see you guys June 5th. Well, I'll see you this Sunday for my Mercury video. Then I'll see you on Saturday, June 4th in my Soulmates Masterclass, June 5th for my live. Just ring the bell and you'll get the notifications. And over on Twitter all weekend long, I'm learning more and more and more. And I'm going to be live tweeting. As an astrologer, you can never learn enough. It is infinite and endless. So I am a chronic, constant student as well as teacher. I hope you guys are wonderful. Bye. Take care.